Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Message, coming to you from a beautiful sanctuary. Generally, we film the Friday Message in our beautiful sanctuary at 2304 Periwinkle Way, our newly rebuilt church sanctuary, which is a beautiful place. And we are so grateful and so happy that we are back in our beautiful sanctuary. We have our encounters with God there, right? We tell our story as Christian people and as people of faith, and we gather at the table to bless and break the bread and to share the cup and to have deeper communion with God and each other. You can tell that I'm close to the street here, so I may have to pause as some of the larger truck traffic goes by, so please bear with me. But I decided for this week to choose a different sanctuary. I decided to choose this beautiful nature sanctuary, this beautiful garden as the place to come to deliver the Friday message and to talk about finding God in nature, finding God in the beauty of the created world that is all around us. This is not on our church grounds. This is in a beautiful garden at a parishioner's home. Our church grounds are going to have beautiful plantings coming back. We have a wonderful landscape committee that's working hard to make decisions about all the beautiful plants that are going to get planted at St. Michael's, and it'll look beautiful once again. But today I'm in this garden, and the person who lives here calls this her Garden of Eden. And I just love that. As I was walking around and looking at all of these beautiful plants, look at this beautiful flower, purple and yellow and white on the green stem. This beautiful flower, God's creation, and all of these beautiful plants, these marvelous palms and the ferns and all the flowers and all the beauty of creation. I love that the people that live here call this their Garden of Eden, because the Garden of Eden is where Adam and Eve encountered God, didn't they? That's where they walked with God in the cool of the evening, the book of Genesis tells us. So they encountered Creator God there, but they also encountered God in God's creation and all of the plants and the animals and everything that was created good. And we learn a couple things about God through the beauty of God's handiwork, don't we? We learn that the nature of God is diversity. The nature of God is diversity. Look at the variety, the diversity of all of the plants around me. Look at the diversity of all of these different shells that you might find on the beach. Here's an angel wing. Here are other kinds of shells. My shell person doing the filming might even know what these shells are that have been found on the beach. Delicate little shells, but with such intricate beauty. The variety, the diversity, look at. The nature of God is diversity. And we are reminded of that over and over again. Large, small shells, large shells, big conch. We're reminded of that over and over again in creation, through plants and animals and bees and butterflies that help to pollinate these flowers. And we also learn about that through the diversity of God's greatest works of art. You and I, human beings, created in God's image and likeness and created diverse. The nature of God is diversity. Nature also teaches us that we are interconnected. We rely on each other. These plants rely on the bees and the butterflies. Animals rely on each other. We are interconnected in a great web of life. relying on each other, interconnected, interdependent with each other. So the beauty of creation reminds us over and over again that the nature of God is diversity and interconnectedness, interdependency. And we get a glimpse of the Creator through the Creator's handiwork, the gift of God's creation that is all around us. Richard Rohr's Daily Meditations. You might be familiar with Richard Rohr's Daily Meditations. I get one each day. They are marvelous. About a week or so ago, the week's focus was on creation and finding God in creation. And I want to read one that I found particularly profound from Richard Rohr. He says, "Many of us have a sense of self or identity created by our relationship to ideas, to thoughts and words. We can spend our whole lives rattling around inside of ideas, rarely touching upon what is right in front of us. When it's the givens, what's right in front of us, that heal us and reconnect us to reality. We spend a majority of our time interacting with thoughts and opinions about everything. We're almost entirely fixated on our computers, on our smartphones, news feeds, email, social media, and selfies. This, of course, is an unnatural world of our own creation. We don't even realize that we've disconnected ourselves from the only world that people lived in for most of human history, the natural world. One of the foundational reasons for our sense of isolation and unhappiness is that we've lost our contact with nature. In the natural world, there's no theology to agree or disagree with. We don't have to identify as Presbyterian or Lutheran, male or female, conservative or progressive. There's nothing to argue about. It is in contact with all the givens, the natural world, that which has been available to every creature has created since every creature God has created since the Big Bang. That something is indeed given. I guess in the spiritual world we would call it grace. After almost 50 years of being Franciscan, I learned that beauty for Franciscan theologians and philosophers is the ultimate and most intimate knowing of God. Another name for God, the name for God. Beauty, another name for God, the name for God. Richard Rohr. Spend some time in nature this week, appreciating and giving thanks for God's handiwork and coming to know God just a little more deeply through God's creation. some things that are coming up at St. Michael's. Reminder about our coffee hour forums this month. We're focusing on our parish ministries. We have people reflecting on why they serve in the various ministries of our church. This week we have 4 people presenting on our parish life ministries, and that's at 9:15 a.m. in the parish hall each Sunday. Messy Church is this Sunday at 4 p.m. We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day and talking about the saints in Messy Church. A reminder that Easter is coming up, and if you would like to give an Easter lily in memory of someone or in Thanksgiving, please reach out and contact Susan Gonzalez in the parish office. Peter Culver's memorial service is on Monday at 10 a.m. in the Shell Point Church, the side chapel in the Shell Point Church, 10 a.m. on Monday. We have a film coming up on Wednesday, the film premiere of Transforming Lives Through Christ, the story of St. Michael's. This is a Rusty Farst production that we are thrilled to be premiering on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're going to hold the film premiere in the sanctuary, and then there's a reception following at 7 p.m. The film showcases the stories of how we strive to live out Jesus' call in our parish mission statement. Our call to faith, our call to service, our call to integrity, inclusivity, stewardship, and compassion. Come on out for the world premiere of Transforming Lives Through Christ, a Rusty Farst production, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the sanctuary. And then just a reminder that Holy Week is coming up. We have services on Maundy Thursday, the 28th at 5, supper at 5 p.m., service at 6 p.m. Good Friday service on the 29th is at noon. The Easter Vigil service is at 5 p.m., the regular time of our Saturday service. And then the Easter Sunday services on the 31st are at 7:30, 9:30, and 11:30. Note the time changes there so that we can have 3 services on Easter Sunday. Be safe and well, and God bless you.